Welcome Junior Takis, my name is Mrs. Ramla. This is a special exam prep video for the grade 12s as they get ready to start writing their prelims and their final exams. And this is a video that deals with most of the biological terms for paper 1. Now, let's get down to our revision. How I've set out the work is I have the answer next to the description. You can block the answer while we are busy answering and you can test yourself. Right, now, the period of development of an embryo in the uterus between fertilization and birth. Now, make sure you know this one as gestation, please, and not pregnancy. That's not a biological term. Okay, make sure you also learn now to know how to spell the word. So practice this over and over so you can master this section. A disease characterized by a lack of insulin production. That's diabetes mellitus. Right. A tube that connects the pharynx and the middle ear. That's the eustachian tube. A stage in the development of humans in which the embryo consists of a layer of cells surrounding a cavity. So it's a layer of cells surrounding a cavity. Immediately I know that's the blastocyst. The structure at the tip of a sperm containing enzymes and which makes contact with the egg cell during fertilization. An acrosome. The gland in the male reproductive system of males that produces an alkaline fluid to counteract the acid environment in the vagina. That's the prostate gland. The duct leading from the testes to the urethra in human males. That's the vas deferens. The process by which ovum is formed through meiosis in the ovary. Oogenesis. The membranes which protects the central nervous system. Meninges. A plant growth hormone that stimulates seed germination. Germination, gibberellins, that's how you'll remember it. The nervous system, which consists of cranial and spinal nerves, peripheral nervous system, and a branch of the autonomic nervous system that decreases the heartbeat back to normal. That's the parasympathetic. And 13, the outermost extra-embryonic membrane surrounding the embryo chorion. Right. Next page. The hormone that regulates the salt concentration in the human body, aldosterone. The blood vessel in the umbilical cord that carries blood rich in oxygen and nutrients. So I can see this one extra S there. I'll scratch that out later. The blood vessel in the umbilical cord that carries blood rich in oxygen and nutrients, that you must know, is the umbilical vein. The structure in the ear that equalizes the pressure on either side of the eardrum, eustachian tube. The watery fluid that supports the cornea and the front chamber of the eye, the aqueous humor. The hormone produced by the Graafian follicle, estrogen. The hormone responsible for the formation of the corpus luteum, luteinizing hormone. The receptors in the ear that detects changes in the direction and speed of any movement of the body, the cristae. Then you have a series of changes that take place in the shape of the lens and the eyeball in response to the distance of an object from the eye, accommodation. The part of the brain that controls the heart rate, medulla oblongata. The maintenance of a constant internal environment in the body within certain limits, homeostasis. The plant hormone that promotes seed dormancy, abscisic acid. A hormone that stimulates the maturation of sperm, testosterone. The type of development in birds in which the young is capable of moving around on its own soon after hatchling, precocial. And a disorder which results in the myelin sheath of the neurons being damaged, multiple sclerosis. A liquid between the cornea and the lens in the human eye, aqueous humor. The formation of ova by meiosis, oogenesis, and a long coiled tube in human males that lies at the top of the testes which stores sperm, epididymis. A hormone that promotes the absorption of water in the kidneys, antidiuretic hormone. A type of reproduction in humans where the fetus develops inside the uterus, internal fertilization or viviparity. Structures found only in animal cells that form the spindle fibers during cell division, centrioles. The movement of part of a plant in response to gravity, geotropism. The stage in humans when sexual maturity is reached in males and females, puberty. A change in the internal or external environment that will be detected by a receptor and converted into an impulse, stimulus. Small tubes placed in the tympanic membrane to drain liquid from the middle ear, grommets, part of the human ear that directs sound waves into the auditory canal, pinna, a type of fertilization in which the nucleus of a sperm fuses with the nucleus of an ovum outside the body of the female, external, the growth of part of a plant in response to light, phototropism, the condition of the blood vessels in the skin in humans when the environmental temperature is low, vasoconstriction, the sensory receptors found in the semicircular canals, the cristae, a layer inside the eye that absorbs light, thus reducing reflection, choroid, part of the brain that receives nerve impulses from the semicircular canals, cerebellum, and the part of the eye where light stimulus is converted into a nerve impulse, retina. Right. Next page. The phase in the cell cycle when DNA replication occurs, interphase. The part of the peripheral nervous system that controls involuntary actions, autonomic. A plant hormone that causes leaves to fall off trees in autumn, abscisic acid. Make sure you learn how to spell abscisic acid correctly. The division of the cytoplasm through the constriction of the cell membrane at the end of cell division, cytokinesis. The structure in the amniotic egg that stores waste, the allantois. The inner lining of the uterus where implantation of the embryo occurs, endometrium. Part of the female reproductive system where fertilization occurs, fallopian tube. The diploid cell formed by the process of fertilization, zygote. A fluid that protects the human embryo against injuries and large-scale temperature changes, amniotic fluid. A disorder of the nervous system that is characterized by the breakdown of the myelin sheet of neurons, myelin sheet. A hormone produced by the hypophysis that stimulates milk production in human females, prolactin. A blood vessel in the umbilical cord that transports nutrients to the fetus, umbilical vein. A part of the neuron that conducts impulses towards the cell body, dendrite. A disease that results from the body's inability to produce insulin, diabetes mellitus. And the part of the sperm that contains enzymes to digest the membrane of the ovum, acrosome. Right, the last few terms. The hormone that prepares the human body for an emergency situation, adrenaline. A hormone that stimulates the maturation of sperm and puberty in males, testosterone. The tube in the male reproductive system that connects the epididymis with the urethra, vas deferens. The hormone which regulates the salt balance in humans, aldosterone. The hormone that stimulates the mammary glands to secrete milk, prolactin, and the division of the cytoplasm through the constriction of the cell membrane at the end of cell division is cytokinesis. That was a quick 8 minutes in which we could do revision of all the terms that one can get in your bio paper 1. I hope you learned a lot, Junior Takis. Join me and watch all my other videos as well.